Hey guys, welcome to the Avatar game. Avatar, Erp, Ervatar, Eravatar.
Welcome to the shit show. Let's start.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Summoner Blue, with the rest of the peeps. We got Cleric Pink, Squeaky.
Hello.
We got Sorcerer White, Nightshade.
Joker, look, we have.
Yeah, what's up?
We got Jester Green, Jester.
Ah!
We got Paladin Black, Anthony.
I'm here.
And we got Phantom.
Yeah, just Phantom.
And we got Phantom.
Nobody cares about that one.
We got Phantom.
You care, you just don't have a color to go with it.
Phantom of the Lost Phantom. My dudes. I hope you're all ready for some Avatar RP. You guys have seen what the Avatar RP is called on the thing currently. Let's not talk about that too much yet. You'll understand why the title is that way at the end of the game, hopefully by today. But with that being
Joker,
said,
look, we have.
fucking God. You guys don't even know what you can donate to yet!
Oh wow.
You don't even fucking know!
Wow. Oh god.
Han, first off, going in order, Han gave $4. Says for
Okay.
Jester and Phantom.
Thank
Then-
you, Vaughn.
Cyan Gemini gave $600.
Joker, look, we have more money.
Says,
Why?
hope you have fun with your first game, Phantom. Here's some Smash as promised and a little bit of fun. The rest of... What do you mean here? What do you mean the rest of... You don't even know what did you say? What did you put to? That's $600.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What do any of those do? I don't
They're
what the
different
fuck?
Did you know the Phantom Thieves?
These are
Oh
different.
my god.
And then Ronan gave $60. Says Squeaky, you know what to do. Welcome to Smash Melee.
Okay.
So
Hold
listen.
on.
Melee! Oh my god!
So listen.
So am I the best Smash?
So listen. I don't know what to say or do with all of this stuff
Well, first
currently.
off, you gotta give me that Smash dice.
I
so
don't gotta
can
give
sing.
anybody shit because I never even said if we were having Smash Dice in this
But-
game.
I have to sing badly.
I never even said we were having it, which is why I'm like, you guys, you're giving money before you even know what you're giving to.
Colors weaving his fire all over me. This sparks gone to a pastel of game.
I'll just put the donation thing in the chat now. I have a donation thing that I was going to put in the chat just to tell people what all they can donate to, but fuck it, I'll put it in there now. It's gonna be later, but here we go. I'm putting it in.
Cabbage
Bam! It's in the chat. I'm gonna pin it. Bam. There we go. All right. So there are Smashpirations. So yeah, we'll give you your fucking dice in just a minute. Guys, why you guys have to do this? Give me all kinds of work in the very beginning before I even introduce the characters, before I even introduce the people, before I even introduce the game.
They were just they were hovering over that button, just waiting for like 3 days, just sitting there.
I do love you guys. Thank you very much.
You're all so
I have
generous.
to know where you put the thing.
It's in
The Avatar
it's in
chat.
Dubor's My Avatar in the Avatar chat.
Okay.
So
Fucking shit.
That's where it is.
So guys, first off, before I even go to any of those things, we'll look at those in a second and figure things out. Cyan, could you do me a big favor? And could you, using what I just put in the Dubor's My Avatar chat, can you private message me what that 600 is gonna be for? Using the thing that I put in the Dubor's My Avatar chat, please. Thank you very much. I love you.
Holy
I just
fucking
want to make
shit.
sure I give what is supposed to be there. With that
So-
being said,
Okay.
my dudes, all of our characters have been made. Let's go through them and introduce the characters before we talk about some things that they have beside of them, and also before we get too much into everything else. Before even that, though, I want to zoom down for a minute on this disclaimer here.
Ah, yes, the disclaimer.
And this will be the only time I'll ever zoom in on this disclaimer, hopefully. Hopefully I'll never have to zoom in on it again. But I need to make sure that I'm covering my ass. I am not of Asian descent, and as such do not know how its culture works inside and out. I will make mistakes. I do not claim to know everything about Avatar: The Last Airbender or The Legend of Korra. I will make mistakes. Some of my mistakes will be intentional. This is an AU, or alternate universe, so things will work differently here. I am aware that no nation has any one heritage, and they're mostly an amalgam of different Asian and Arctic countries thrown together, with Chinese culture being the main draw. I will not, however, be sticking to any one naming scheme or sticking entirely to one country's influence over the other. This isn't history. Turn off your brain, have fun. My system is based on several role-playing styles and is a work in progress. However, it is what I'm comfortable with doing and what I enjoy. As such, I will sometimes ask for far different checks or different saves than I might have already done on a previous part, as my system is currently evolving, and how I see things will probably work best after playtesting. Also, sometimes I forget. I forget, and I don't want to look through all my notes, and I just don't want to break the flow of the game, so I just say, roll me reflex this time. Do it, fucker. And then they do, because they listen to me. If you have come expecting a professional system and no mistakes, then I welcome you to my channel, and obviously you're new here, and have fun. You have a good time. So, with that being said, we'll hopefully never need this disclaimer again, so I'm going to delete it, and obviously we'll never need it again. Never ever. Let's go back over here. First off, going from left to right on our little sheet of things here. Boop. We have our airbender. We have Mei Lee. Mei Lee, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Mei Lee Yu is a airbender. She does not know where she is from. However,
No idea.
However, she has grown up in Ba Sing Se the last about decade. Around that long? A little bit more, a little bit less.
About a decade.
You've been in Ba Sing Se around that time. You've become a bit of a dancer, from what I see. Do you want to talk about that at all? Do you have anything you want to say about being a dancer? How do you feel, Mei Lee?
I feel fine. I actually joined a dancing troupe, and I went all around the world with that dancing troupe. Then I got bored of it,
Okay.
so I decided to stay in Ba Sing Se, and now I make money doing that. I'm pretty popular, you know.
Definitely.
But I mean, I kind of want to travel again, but I haven't had a real reason to.
Of course. We'll potentially see if you have a reason by the end of all of this. Also, before I forget, 6 minutes ago, whenever I was already like foaming over everything else, Spider Gecko resubscribed. I didn't even think about Spider Gecko. Thank you very much. And so it begins, he says. My bad. Did not mean to forget that. A lot of things were happening, Spider Gecko. I'm sure you don't mind.
Sometimes I was gonna say it's not every day $600 falls from the sky.
You'll see inside of your stuff here, Mei Lee, you have some HP tokens. You have 10 of them. Everybody starts off with 10. This is gonna be your max HP. You can think of every 10 if you guys want to put actual hard numbers to them. You can think of every 10 or like every one of these things as 10 HP if you really want to put numbers to them. At the moment, you also have 3 AP tokens. They're shaped like little airbender symbols, which, by the way, the coloration, I redid this entirely. Like, I think I did pretty good on it. I think I did pretty fucking good on them. I'm proud of them. The actual like pen work is still something that I found though, so whatever.
Joker, look.
You have your airbending cards, which we'll go over later, which are sitting right there. You also have.
Oh, God.
You also have your AC, which is currently a counter that goes up and down. I'll look and see what that is later. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Oh no, I was just paying attention to my delicious sushi.
We also have, you have negative cabbages. You see these negative cabbages? These are your negative stat cabbages. And then there are some positive stat cabbages. We'll talk about your stat cabbages later as well. Let's see what the fuck just happened. Oh my god. The Kometu just gave $660.
Jesus fucking
Kermit.
Christ!
God damn it,
The
Kermit!
boy!
Oh my god.
He's been threatening
He's
this for
been
quite a
he's been-
while.
He's been saving up.
I'm
Smash
dying
dice and
already.
fake cards to all. If somebody already has a smash dice, guys, give them another fake card. I can't let Cyan get this title so easily.
Oh Christ! It begins-
Everybody's
it does
vying.
begin.
Everybody's vying for the daddy title on the
Well,
Discord.
here's the thing.
I already
think
said I
it's
wasn't going to give that away until a few sessions in, but you guys are doing good with it so far.
Well, I know I joked about it on the Discord chat where it was like, what do we call the avatar?
Oh,
Daddy?
we
And
already
I was
already
like,
know what we're going to call it.
Is it gonna be called Uncle Iroh?
No.
Oh.
I already
Is
know
it
what
gonna
it's
be
going to be
Uncle
called.
or
I'm not going to
Gunkle?
say it. I'm not going to say anything, but I already know what it's going to be called.
Glurg.
So, all hell the stream boss may forever he reign. Somebody will keep track of who's in the lead currently, which right now it is going to be Kometu. But we'll figure that out later. Oh my god. Thank you guys very much for being so generous.
Can we have a fat fuck the father?
Uncle
Going
Fat Fuck.
more off to the right, we have Akira. We have Akira Yamamoto, our bender from the Fire Nation. Akira has a bit of a problem with his eyes. Akira, do you want to talk a little bit about your character and introduce yourself a little bit?
Oh, I don't think there's much to tell, but I can humor you for a bit.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I'm a Fire Nation noble, born on the Ember Islands. Nothing really big. Sadly, unfortunately, I was kidnapped for ransom when I was younger, and by Lightbenders, and they did some irreparable damage to my eyes, so I cannot see very well, if at all. But I made do, and I have my trusty cane,
Joker, look. We
which
have
allows me
more
to,
money.
do things.
People are saying they can't hear you. I have you turned up
And-
to the exact max I can get you.
You might have to actually turn up your mic, Nightshade.
Blah, 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 blah.
There
I
you
turned
go.
up to
Oh
max.
wow, there's some static.
A little bit.
How about that?
All right, how you now?
I don't hear any
Is
static.
that better?
I think it's better. What do you guys think? Is that better? Chat? Talk a little bit. Talk a little bit, Nightshade.
Is this any better?
I think you're a little bit better.
Here, and I'm talking, and I'm doing things, and people are saying yes.
Okay, so
A bit
Akira,
better.
you were kidnapped at a young age by a section of sunbenders, which we'll get into those a little bit later. We'll talk about those a little bit later. While you were there, somebody had saved you. We'll get into that a little bit later as well. But while that was happening in the altercation, they had attacked and in a wide area, and unfortunately burned out your eyes. They were brought to a working condition as well as they possibly could, but ever since then you've been basically at home on the Ember Islands. You don't want your family doesn't want you to go on any big things or anything like that, do they?
No, not really. But that doesn't deter me from training in firebending.
Yeah, and luckily you are an adult now, so they can't just tell you not to go anywhere. You do what
That
you
is
want.
true.
We'll talk about
That
why
is-
you're going on an adventure in just a moment.
Cool.
Let's go to our other Fire Nation boy. Let's go to Ichibei. How you doing, Ichibei?
Oh, hey, it's me.
Oh, before we go on, Ichibei,
Joker, look.
there
We
was
have
a
more
thing from Cyan Gemini says, fine, you want to go, Kermit? Another card to Phantom and an inspiration. He gave $62.
Oh, God.
Which
The
right
Oil
after
Prince Wars.
which right
The
after
Oil
Kermit
Prince
said
Wars.
which right after Kermit said, "You dare challenge me, Cyan." Inspiration to Phantom with another $30.
God damn.
The
Phantom,
Oil
you're
Prince
getting
Wars
all
have
the
begun.
things.
I will count everything up later,
I love you all.
but for right now, let's keep going. Thank you guys very much. God dang it.
I think I want to throw up.
So Ichibei, how about you introduce yourself, my dude?
My name is Ichibe Arikawa. I am a ninja from the Fire Nation. I was born and raised in a tribe and
Joker,
currently
look.
herald
We
somewhere
have
around the
no-
borderlines of the ocean region. I serve as a hire. And whoever needs protecting, I am there for.
Definitely true. Definitely. You've had a quite a good amount of training, fighting against any threats that would happen to come to your lands. We'll get to those in a little bit. I think that's a quite a nice and simple introduction. Thank you very much, Ichibe. We'll see why you're going on this adventure in just a moment.
Goodbye.
Then we have Jin over here. Jin, what's going on with you? I see that you've already got most of your stuff settled. We'll talk about the stats and cabbages and ACs and all that stuff in just a minute. But Jin, welcome. How about you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Jin. I wander around a lot. I'm from around, which is actually right in between Nunya and business. My reasons are my own for what I do.
Hmm?
And if I feel like it, I might tell you. Don't hold your breath.
But you don't feel like
Actually, hold your breath a little bit. It might be funny.
Okay. There we go, Jin. Thank you very much for.
I found it.
The
I'm surprised
eye.
that you
You
kept
know,
that.
now that Jester's taken this opportunity to completely derail what was going on, I've just noticed that we're 3 viewers away from 100 viewers.
Oh hell
Wow.
Yeah, holy shit!
Ooh.
This is probably so far the most audience heavy premiere.
Which is why I did the disclaimer in the beginning, because the Avatar fandom is crazy. Anyway, so Crimson Dragon. First off,
Oh god.
before the Siam one that just happened, Crimson Dragon gave $52 just a bit ago. It says 5 inspiration to everybody. However, that extra one is 2, and I know he's not in anything right now. Purple. I told him a while ago that my first inspiration I ever donated would be to him, but I wasn't in time, and I'm a man of my word. Love to all of you. Aw. Well, we'll do that. We'll definitely do that, my dude. Thank you very much.
Abso-friggin-lutely.
And then afterward, Old Wizard followed. Thank you, Old Wizard, for the follow. And then Cyan Gemini gave $30. Says, I will make that other 15 dice. Phantom, I'll count up everything in just a bit. All right, so speaking of Phantom, the last person in our roster, we dragged them over as we see Luca. Luca, how about you tell us a little bit about yourself? How about you introduce yourself, Luca?
Hello. I'm from the Northern Water Tribe. And you know what? I like healing. That's it. That's all.
You like healing, and that's it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's all.
Okay, that's it. That's all.
Nothing
That's short and
special.
sweet and to the point. We'll see why you came into this adventure in just a little bit, and kind of check things out at that point. My guys, if you all look
Joker,
in your
We
sacks,
have
in your little
one
sacky things, you'll find all of the things that you can place around your tokens and around your stuff, all surrounding the map here.
Fucker.
Kometsu, it's another $60. Another card to Phantom. I will fight to the death of my wallet.
Love you.
Shit, I'm just here to watch the donations now. I want to see this war happen.
Guys,
who
you're
wins.
breaking me. You are
It's the
actually
oil-
already breaking me.
The Oil
Mr.
Prince
Blue
War
guy.
has begun.
Can we make Blue have a heart attack?
You're already fucking breaking me, guys. So let's go over to Jin here. Jin's already done his stuff, so he's gonna be very easy to go about. Each of you will find yourselves. You have 10 cabbages in your little sacks. 10 little stat cabbages somewhere. You'll also find yourself with 3 nega cabbages, 3 negative cabbages. Ugh, bad guy cabbages.
Joker,
You
look.
will see that in each
We
of your
have
stats, you
more
have nothing there currently. $6 more from Eggy River. Says, to the sad man who looks like a hobo, have some inspiration. Man, tonight is a good night for Blue. It is, definitely. I can't say it's not. You'll notice you don't have anything in your stats currently. That's because for the first couple of games, I don't want you guys to solidify your stats. I want you guys to kind of mess around and kind of see what you guys want to have your characters be like. You guys can change your stats at the beginning or end of each game if you would like. And by the time we get to like the second or third game, we'll lock things down. But for now, we have another donation, another $4 from GoGo9 to Jin. Jin is fun. Hell yes. Thank you very much. We'll get to that in just a bit. Jin Hailong, you have your physique, your reflex, your insight, your survival, all this different stuff taken down. Physique is a stat that's going to be for, of course, strength checks. It's going to be your strength, your physicality. Between it and survival, every 2 points you have in either physique or survival will give you an extra HP, which is pretty good. You guys will be able to raise your HP pretty well with those. For every point you have in physique or reflex, you'll gain an AC, which is the number that the dice have to roll over in order to hit you. And that's all physique does. It's mostly just strength, health, and AC. Reflex is your kind of reflex saves, your dexterity kind of stuff. Every point you have in it will also give you an AC. You as well will have like some dexterity checks that have to be made to avoid like bending and other such things like that. You can also try to dodge with your reflex rolls, so that is something. Your insight is kind of like your basic intelligence kind of stat, as well as your understanding stat as far as like what other people are doing. If somebody's lying to you or if somebody's trying to trick you, I might have you roll insight. If there's something that pertains to your character, your backstory or anything like that, and you are kind of stuck on something, I might have you roll insight to give you some knowledge on the situation. It's mostly for things like that.
No, not again.
Did something happen?
You started hiccuping a little bit, and everything's fine.
When did I hiccup?
You hiccuped like 5 seconds ago.
Okay, so did you guys get
Joker,
reflex?
look. We have more money.
We missed a bit of reflex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the
I don't want to. Hold on a second, guys. Crimson Dragon with the $20 more, a little more inspiration for Deco to put towards whatever he wants to, and not completely swamped by player inspiration. I am actually being completely swamped currently. I want to ask you guys, and I am very, very appreciative if you let me. You fools! You're being tricked into giving your money to a shame of a DM. Guys, hold off on the donations for a bit. Let me get through some stuff. Thank you guys very much. I'm much appreciated. We'll get in everything put together in just a little bit. But for reflex, like I had said, it is mostly your AC and dexterity checks to like avoid damage and dodge and things of that nature. Every point you put in reflex will give another point to your AC. Your insight checks are basically your knowledge rolls. If you guys have something pertaining to your backstory or your tribes or something, I will have you roll for your insight to gain some knowledge in order to like say things of different things. If there's anything that pertains to your backstory as well, same thing. It's also able to see through deceptions. If people are trying to trick you, you can potentially roll insight, depending on myself, if I tell you to be able to try to get more information from them or see what's going on. Then we go to survival. Every 2 points in either survival or physique will give you an extra HP, as I already said. This also helps you travel through the woodlands and know what direction you guys are facing and things of that nature. You guys will be able to figure out more things that way. It'll also, like if anything is ailing you, such as poisons or things of that nature, we may have to roll survival for like different checks depending on that kind of thing, or for noticing things like that. Your charm is kind of a diplomacy stat that will allow you guys to talk to people better, to hold yourself better in conversations, to lie if you want to, things of that nature, to try to get what you want. Allure is your more physical attractiveness or physicality about things. If you're trying to get things by being more physical, or by, I'm pretty sure this is your highest stat, Squeaky, or by dancing, things of that nature, more physical things that could be done through things like that. Your diligence is going to be your control basically over your element, as well as your training in those elements. Your own diligence as far as your jobs. If you guys get jobs in your downtime, this will determine how much money you guys will get, as well as diligence is also for overlooking things. If you guys do anything, if you guys are like searching through something that takes a long while, I might have you roll diligence to see if you miss anything or not, or things of that nature. And finally, we have element. The element is your elemental stat. That is your fire, air, water, or earth. Depending on how high your element is, you'll do more damage with your abilities. They'll all be written on your cards whenever you get them, as well as if you're ever in a struggle with a user of the same element, or sometimes with a different element, we may have you guys roll element against each other to see whose attack wins out. With all that being said,
Except for me, who's using technique.
Except for you. You have technique, which is your equivalent of this kind of a skill. However, your skill is going to be working completely separately as far as that is concerned. It isn't going to determine how much raw damage output you can do, and you're not going to be any struggles with other with benders. With someone's not going to shoot a fire Kamehameha at you and you technique your way out of it. We'll see how things go with that. It's a little bit less of a thing with you. However, you have a more wide variety of things you can do with yours. You're gonna have some specialized abilities that will take advantage of different things. And if you become a certain type of martial artist throughout things going through, your technique might be a lot more useful for dealing with benders, we'll say.
Yeah, I'll definitely need probably a rundown again at some point or another of some of these stats.
Definitely.
Just because of how many the line sometimes blends between a couple things that we'll probably run into during the game.
Definitely. Currently, with Jin, since Jin is done, Jin has a -1 in physique and a +2 in reflex. This gives him 1 more AC because he went negative in his physique. They are going to be able to get armors and stuff like that to increase their AC, so it doesn't matter too much. But it's going to be a negative. You can put up to 3 cabbages in any stat, and you can put up to 3 negative cabbages in any stat, which means you can technically go -3 physique if you want to die. But you can definitely do so, 100%. With that being said, you guys can go about and do and put some things down. Currently, Jin has 11 AC. He will be gaining 1 HP because he has he will not. Because I forgot he had the negative physique and never mind.
Yep.
You got the 1 AC. You're doing good, my friend. I love you.
I am smart.
While all that was going on, Sweaty Dynamite gave 500 bits. It says, first Avatar RP bit drop. Love you. The final thing, while you guys are all putting your cabbages anywhere that you guys want to do with them, I'll give you more cabbages if you put any negatives down. Over here, we have a little blank scroll here. Beside of it, we have the cards of destiny. Of course, those will be given out to people, otherwise known as fate cards. But the cards of destiny, which will be given off to people as they get money. Which a lot of these have to be given off to people a lot now. So we'll get to those in a bit. We also have a little Aang here in the middle. This little Aang here is a part of this blank scroll. This little Aang, if we hover over him, currently has $10 in him. If you guys look at the chat as far as the Discord is concerned, there is another thing you can give to the players, which I had originally in Fairy Tail, which was blank cards that let you give people abilities and skills that they could create. However, this time is going to be a lot different. I don't want people to get too much more than other people as far as actual skills and things are concerned. So as far as the blank scroll is concerned, once the height is made from it, which is, I believe, around $200, which is cheaper than getting a blank card to everybody before, by the way. Once that happens, I will give everybody a new technique. And then this will be reset, and I believe I'm only going to have this be able to be triggered once a game. So nobody's, just in case something like what happened earlier happens.
See what happens, guys? When you guys donate 50 blank cards to fucking Quince?
Let's go around to people. Have anybody used any negative cabbages? Squeaky's not even cabbaging up at all.
I don't. Me don't know.
So just to make sure, because I brain farted really hard earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I've been brain farting for the last 2 days.
Oh my god.
Like,
She
my
If you
life
guys
has
have
been
any questions, go ahead and ask me. What's your question?
my life has been Windows shut down. So if there's no cabbage on it, the assumption is you roll a straight d20,
Yes.
and for each cabbage is a +1.
Yes, up to 3.
And then each minus is a minus cabbage.
Yes, and you can go
Okay.
up to 3 minus. That's why you only have
Okay.
3 cabbages.
Okay, you go up to 3 minus, or I can just put all the chips and no.
No, you have a max of 3.
Okay, max of 3.
Max of 3 in any stat.
Alrighty, I'm gonna
I'm gonna think about this. So
Okay.
Again,
right now your guys' stats are very variable. You don't have to lock them in this game. Over the next couple of games, they're still going to be very variable. I just want you guys to be able to try out the stats, see what you guys feel like your characters are going to use most of the time, and then we'll go through things at that point. With all of that having been said, and all of the donations having come out as they are, let's scroll over people and see if they have anything going on. So, Luca.
Yeah.
Currently, you have a 2 in Allure, a 1 in Reflex, a 2 in Insight, a 2 in Diligence, a 2 in Element, and a 1 in Survival, with so far 0s in Physique and Charm.
Yeah.
Do you want to use any negative cabbages currently, or are you fine not using the negative cabbages?
Fine for now.
Okay. Currently, this will bring your AC up to 11.
Oh, nice.
If you click on your AC, if you left click on it, it goes up to 1. And if you right click on it, it goes down. That is the number that enemies will have to get over in order to hit you.
Okay.
And again, you guys are going to get armors and things like that that'll increase that. Right now, you only have the 1 in Survival too, so you still stick with the 10 HP. So everything is fine on your sheet. You're fine.
Nice.
Let me know if you have any changes, Jen. I'm pretty sure you're fine though.
Okie
I'm
dokes.
fine for right now. We'll see what happens.
No. First off, Ichibe, no.
What do you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
Oh, for a minute I was like, wait, what's the problem? The max is 3. and then I saw his AC is 69.
You can't fucking hit
96.
what you can't see.
Wait, we can decide our AC?
You get it based
Oh.
on your stats, Squeaky.
Oh, okay.
So
And you're
currently,
not a ninja.
So currently, Ichibe, your AC should be 15. Do you want to go negatives in any of these? Do you want to use any nega cabbages?
So, give me a rundown on negative cabbages. I imagine we're forced to use them, but I don't.
You are
really
not forced to
understand.
use them.
Okay.
You can go up to 3 in the negatives in any stat. So like you
Okay.
can go -2 allure, -1 charm if you decide to, and that'll give you 3 more cabbages to put in your other stats.
And allure is just essentially sexy charm.
Kind of. It's how you look.
Yeah.
It's how you can get out of things with just your looks and just like things like that. You probably won't use it a lot, but I mean you're a handsome boy. Who knows, man? Maybe
It also
someone will love
deals-
you.
What's the
Also,
difference
Bay
between?
is literally in your name.
Yeah.
Doesn't also deal with animals and wild and like shit like that.
Yes, it's how basically any living creature sees you just based on your appearance.
So here's the question,
mhm.
because I've only got one.
Yeah.
What's the difference between insight and diligence again?
Insight is your knowledge-like stats.
Mhm.
Basically, it's how if there's anything pertaining to, let's say, ninjas for you, or stealth, or the Fire Nation, things like that, or even like shipwrights and things like that. I would be able to be like, hey, you're pretty knowledgeable in these things. How about you roll me insight, and I can give you like any sort of information on that, depending on the roll. It also is if somebody is using charm against you and you know they are, or if you think someone's lying to you, you can be like, hey, can I insight them and see if I can see anything going on here? And and depending on the situation, I may say yes or no.
Okay.
And
then
diligence is basically your control over your abilities, mostly pertaining to bending at that point. But it's also your diligence as far as like searching a room for anything. Like if you guys have cleared out like a floor in a dungeon and like you guys are searching around for like hidden passages or like treasure or anything like that, I may have you guys roll diligence to see just how thorough you're being, as well as if you guys take any downtime and like get a job or anything, I'll have you guys roll diligence to see how much you make during your job and over the downtime and stuff
Okay.
like that.
So would you consider diligence kind of like determination?
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of like basically like, oh no, I'm sticking in this room. I'm searching every nook and cranny. Rolls nat 1 in diligence. I think I did all I can do.
3 in reflex still makes the most sense to me because I'm a
100%.
fucking ninja. So.
100%.
And what'd you say AC has to be? 69. Got it.
Your AC is the combination between your physique and your reflex, so currently you have a 15. I don't
You
care
betcha,
what
buddy.
that says.
I know, I got you, Chief. Also, this won't be another Landon. I've only played a Landon character once, and his name was Landon. I played a guy that never fought for 3 years.
Oh,
and I wanted to play a guy
no.
that fought everybody. Give me a break.
Oh no.
Oh Christ! What happened now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Akira, I see you've gone 3 in the negatives.
Oh
Nightshade,
God.
Hello.
I see you've
I
gone
was on
3 in the
mute.
negatives.
Yes.
Well, here you go. Here are let me get you your cabbages. Here are 3 extra
Here's my
cabbages. You can put
reasoning.
here's 3 extra cabbages you can put anywhere else on your stats.
Let's be real. He has not been outside of the
The others are gonna have to take care of you a bit. But that's fine. Here, you can put these 3 cabbages anywhere you want on your sheet now because you have 3 negative cabbages. So these cabbages can go in any of your other stats some more.
Cool. What does insight do again? I just want to make sure I know.
Again, instincts is kind of like a knowledge stat, depending on like your own like experiences. So like if there ever has to do something with like the Fire Nation, fire bending, even to an extent the Sun Warriors, because you would have some experience with them. I might have you roll insight to see if you have any knowledge pertaining to the situation. It's also like if someone is lying to you or you think that someone's lying to you, you can try to roll insight against them to see if things are going on and stuff like that. And I might tell you yes or no depending on that. It's basically that kind of thing.
Wait a sec.
People still can't hear Nightshade.
I am here.
There we go.
Sorry, I have to practically mouth kiss the mic.
What's going on with your headset? Is it 2 different mics right now, or is it the same mic just in weird settings?
You usually don't have a problem. Like we don't usually have a problem
Yeah.
hearing you.
Yeah, we've never had a problem before.
I am using a new mic. Maybe if I swap it out.
Mm-hmm.
It probably needs adjusting or something.
Yeah,
then.
maybe you need to properly adjust it.
But hey, buddy, I heard that you plan on committing suicide this game, so I helped. I figured I could help by giving you some more cabbages.
Cool.
Get rid of those cabbages.
That's a -6 survival.
Stop
Oh
it.
god.
Take those cabbages back.
How on earth are you alive?
Guys, stop giving each other cabbages.
He's actually a
Okay.
zombie.
Okay.
Stop giving each other cabbages. I need to keep track of these.
There's a reason my
There's
eyes
so
are
many
like
other
this.
things I already have to
I
keep
am
track of.
dead.
So, but with this, we'll go over.
Let's go with 3 insight.
Okay, with your things so far, you'll have a 13 to your AC because you have 2 physique and 1 in reflex. You will also, because you have a -3 in survival but a +2 in physique, I'm gonna say that balances out. Well,
Alright.
actually, you have a -3 and you will be starting with 9 HP as opposed to 10 HP. Because remember, every 2 points in physique and survival gives you an HP. So you'll be starting off
fair
with
enough.
9 HP.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay. We'll change things up depending on if you want to change your stats up or anything like that. With that being said, you're still very hard to hit at the very least. Melee, do you have some more things to do?
I accepted being blind. I accept the consequences of survival.
No,
Yeah.
you explain diligence being like how good we are at bending.
How
and
thorough
when-
you are and
yeah.
how well you control your bending, stuff like that.
Okay, so then what is element?
That's your bending. That's like how
That is-
strong your bending is. That is your pure bend.
What
Oh,
the fuck?
Whoa!
happened?
Holy crap!
What happened?
Who flipped the table?
Holy shit!
What?
Okay.
Alright. Rolled a nat
I-
20.
Okay, that
I
happened.
guess we're good.
What happened?
Somebody
What the
flipped.
fuck was that?
Somebody flipped the table. It's fine.
How dare?
Hit every table.
Oh,
Holy
jeez.
shit!
Oh god.
This is a great start.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how to disable that.
Quickly now.
Yeah, holy shit.
We have to do that for every update.
I forgot I had to do that for every update. I don't even know how to do it. We'll do it later. Anyway, so you have this.
Nobody
this last
flipped
one.
the table.
You have this last one.
Yeah.
Button.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking if I wanted to make her good at bending or if I just wanted to make her bending powerful. If that's what I'm understanding correctly.
It's
Um,
not. Again, just look at your things. If
Hey,
you look
real
over-
fast. How's my mic now?
Very
Holy
loud.
shit! Hi, very loud.
It's good.
Okay.
Turn it down by about 7 decibels, and you're golden.
How's that?
Another 7.
How's that?
That's pretty good now,
I
actually.
think you're good.
Awesome.
hmm.
It was the
Uh,
mic.
If you look over at your air funnel, especially, these projectiles don't do damage, but they're able to suppress opponents and cause them to do a diligence versus element check or be unable to perform complicated actions in the next round. Basically, they would have to roll their control or their diligence, like how well they're going to be able to perform their bending in order to do their bending that next turn. You will be rolling your element against their diligence.
Mm.
So for
Okay.
you, currently, diligence is element is a more important stat than diligence.
Okay, that's where I was thinking until you explained what diligence was, and then that's when I started second guessing myself.
Mhm. And again, you can go
Um,
up to 3 points in the negative for anything. We'll get back to you if you want to use those. Right now, the way your stats are concerned, you will have a 12 in AC.
Okay. I don't really think I want to use the negative cabbages.
If you don't want to, just throw them in here, just in case you want to use them again over in
Yeah.
the thing. Because again, you guys can change these up over the course of the next couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
With all that being said, I've gone over everybody. Is everybody understanding so far about their stats and things going on?
I sure do, sir.
If there's any more
Mhm.
questions, be sure to let me know. Do you guys have any more questions at all?
I think I'm doing all right for now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just making sure everybody can hear me. Other than that, I'm fine.
You might still be a little too loud there, brother, but
I
you're
can.
doing pretty
I
good.
have him turned down a little bit. He's fine.
Well, I am. I did back away from it now. Now that we know the problem.
Yeah. You're Gucci.
Okay.
Sweet.
With all that being said, guys, again, once I get a time to sit and chill for a minute, we will grab all of the donation stuff and like move them all where they need to go. But right now, I'd like to mention, you guys each have a bit of a other than one of you, I think, have a bit of a connection to things that are going on currently. You guys don't have to say what it is, but at some point over the past decade, an event has happened with you, and that event has involved or is in some way connected to or is relevant to the namesake of this world, the Avatar. Around 10 years ago, the Avatar was murdered. The people who had taken credit for that murder was a group of people called the Black Rings. And these people are a secret society. They don't show themselves they don't really show themselves much, but they have taken responsibility for many different problems that have happened all throughout the past decade. While that's also being said, the lower parts of the Fire Nation and Earth Kingdom have been having their own problems. A problem with pirates over the past 10 years. Ever since the Avatar has been gone, piracy has unfortunately swept across the nations. As these people who are doing this were people of the Southern Water Tribe. They've been saying that they have the guidance and protection of a great water spirit, and they've been pillaging and pilfering from the lower parts of the region for quite a long time with the Avatar's absence. Currently, the world, because of the Black Rings and because of the current state of piracy going on, is not at war, but is definitely at a turning point. No one knows very well how to combat all of these different threats coming from all these different places, and most of the nations have secluded themselves to each other. They don't really want to get involved with other things. Right now, the Earth Kingdom and its two capitals, Omashu and Ba Sing Se, have kept to themselves. They've not really been sending too much help out to any of the more southern parts of their regions, mostly just fortifying themselves against any invasions. The Fire Nation has again kept to themselves, mostly, except for their trading. The southern parts of their nations, of course, also having some trouble with pirates. And the air nomads in the 3 remaining air temples, the northern air temple, the eastern air temple, and the southern air temple, have been keeping to themselves mostly as well, only letting out acolytes. These acolytes roaming the lands, being nomadic in nature, trying to spread the teachings of the air nomads across the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation. The Northern Water Tribe has been pretty busy convincing the other nations that they are in no way affiliated with the Southern Water Tribe, and unfortunately has been getting strong-armed pretty much for the past decade into being very what's the word? Being very accommodating to the other nations. Because if they were to show themselves out to be less accommodating, then they could be associated with their sister tribe. As everyone has gone inward, no nation has said anything about the Avatar being born in their nation. The last Avatar was of the Earth Nation, which means that, rightfully so, the new Avatar should have been born in the Fire Nation. But no Avatar has shown themselves. The Fire Nation has not mentioned the Avatar being born, and a while ago, the Black Rings had said something about the Avatar being missing. And again, taking advantage of the situation, they said that they were responsible. The Fire Nation has denied comment. You guys each have a vested interest in the Avatar. And quite recently, in the northern parts of the Earth Kingdom, there are quite a number of unusual things going around in the Great Forest. Fog has begun to appear all throughout the northern parts of the Earth Kingdom, and people who wander into the forests sometimes don't come back until several days or even months later, when they wander out without any knowledge or memory of them being gone. As all this has happened, mercenary troops from the Earth Kingdom have associated this with, unfortunately, some very strange spiritual bad omens. But a single leader in the Earth Kingdom, known as the Mountain of the East, he seems to think that this is an omen of the Avatar being shown itself back up again. As this person has gathered quite a following and has been going around to all of the different nations trying to get people who are fantastic benders, or people who have shown some sort of merit or have some sort of association with the Avatar to join him, other people around the world has decided to join him of their own free will. And currently, an expedition is being set forth in the Northern Earth Kingdom to go into the Great Forest and see if they can find the Avatar, which currently they believe the Avatar to be around 10 years old. You have to find a small child in this humongous forest and hope that they're not, like, murdered by some, like, horrifying chimera creature that this world has. Gotta watch out for those freaking moth gators. With all that being said, from all over the worlds, for your own reasons, you guys have made your way to the meeting place. The meeting place is in a village called Makapu Village. This has been the retirement center, basically, for the Mountain of the East ever since he left the Earth Kingdom's army. That is around right here. Around here-ish. I didn't do it right. I did it wrong. It's around here-ish. Guys, from all the different nations, from all the different places of and styles of life, you guys have made your way here. Get my grabby hand back. If you make your way over to the main place over here, to the main table. Welcome to Makapu Village.
Yay.
I'm going to take everybody's tokens, place them over through here. Bop. The fucking eye. Give me your token.
Okay.
There it is. Give that to me.
Oh no, Akira has fallen.
I'll kill you. You guys have been here in Makapu Village for the past little while, getting ready for the trek inside of the Great Forest. You guys have not been assigned to each other or anything like that currently. You guys have all made your way here through your own ways, or they have come to gather you for any sort of reasons. Whether you feel like you're indebted to a certain thing, or you feel like you have to do things for the good of whatever, or all those different things that could happen. None of you really know each other. You guys might have seen each other throughout the village the past week or so you guys have been here, but currently none of you truly know one another. None of you have shared more than a brief conversation with each other. As you guys have been called to join the Mountain of the East off in his quarters, each of you find yourselves standing outside of a bar. The doors are closed and locked, and only the hold on. Yes, only the five of you are there. Outside of the place, there is a set of guards standing outside, and these guards are very odd. These guards are seem to be air nomads. Bing. Standing outside of the bar, they seem to be standing, telling you all to wait your turn. Currently there are other people inside, getting their assignments. So, the five of you, as you stand out waiting for your stuff, do you guys want to wait? Do you guys want to talk amongst yourselves? What's going on with the five of you?
Nobody jump out all at once.
And by
silence.
And by air nomads, I mean air acolytes. My bad, not nomads. They are acolytes of the air nation. They are not necessarily airbenders. They are people who follow the teachings of the air nomads.
Anybody's an airbender if you fucking blow hard enough.
Also, the art for these two were made by Lindo.
Yay.
Look at those boyos. They such nice.
Good boils.
So this the assignment place is the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally just us.
Yep, you guys have been brought in front of the bar. Basically, you guys have been told to meet the Mountain of the East there. You guys have been waiting here for an assignment from him for quite a while. The five of you have made it here around the same time to go inside, but they've told you that there are people currently inside with the Mountain of the East, and that you'll be going in shortly.
How short is shortly?
You asking the acolytes that question?
Yep.
Well, currently you're not the only ones getting your assignments. People are making their way into the Great Forest in groups such as yours. Unfortunately, it could take any amount of time between now or 10 minutes from now. It should not be too much of a wait. They've been in there for quite a while already.
I can't even go to the bar and get booze while I wait. This sucks.
We're very sorry for our hospitality. She the air acolyte to the side gives a bow towards you.
No, it's whatever. Yeah.
We've been waiting for quite a while, have we?
You guys have gotten here about 5 minutes ago. You guys have been here for around 5 minutes. That gives enough time for all 5 of you to have made it here. I will say, those of you looking around here, you guys will have noticed that you guys are very different as far as things are concerned. Most of you would see out of this group 2 people from the Earth Kingdom and 2 people from the Fire Nation, because again, Meili does not dress like an airbender.
Well.
as well as someone from the Northern Water Tribe. That it's a pretty variable group of people that are standing here.
Life can be hard for a cute little dancer like me. They'll probably be like, "Oh, you fucking, we're gonna get muggered." Nope, air blast, bye.
You just push them out of a
Just
building.
fucking little air ball, just skedaddle away, just roll away.
People had
roll it.
People had just asked about money. Again, you guys have been here for a little bit, for at least a couple of days, at most like a week or even a little bit longer. So you guys have been basically living in this village for a little bit. Most of your belongings are back in your rooms. In the current state of things.
Okay.
Do you guys want to just wait and see if anybody comes out? Do you guys want to wait the 10 minutes, or do you guys want to try to do anything else?
Actually, Meili's gonna look at Jin, who's been telling them, like, I don't fucking want to wait no more, and she's just gonna, like, smile.
If you're really bored, we can just do something together.
Mm.
Do you want to dance? You actually be surprised how well that passes the time. I'm kind of bored myself.
Oh, I don't dance. I have
No?
got 2 left feet.
Even someone with 2 left feet can dance. It just isn't considered good.
I like the brutality. Got any booze instead?
No. Do I look like a barmaid? Don't answer that.
Hey, wait.
She takes his pause and, like,
don't answer that.
What's up, Akira?
No, hey, I forgot. What did I have? Oil or booze?
Currently, you can say you have either one.
Okay. Excuse me, my kind sir. I couldn't help but overhear you wanted some alcohol?
Jen, you look at this person from the Fire Nation, and it's hard to kind of look at his eyes.
Yeah, I suppose I did hear that.
I do technically have booze, but it's not really meant. It's meant for something else. But you can get drunk off of it.
Isn't it a bad idea to get drunk when we're trying to wait for our mission?
I'm simply offering.
You gotta enjoy life when you can, and however you can. I'll take some of that.
There you go.
Just let me just pop, if he's got a quote, just like.
The Fire Nation noble seems to grab some sort of a container from his robes. Is that?
It's a gourd.
It's a gourd. Okay.
It's a little gourd.
He seems to grab a gourd from his belt and hand it over to you.
He takes a little. I guess he has like a little stopper in it, right?
Yeah, it's got a little what do you call it? Like
a little cork.
Yeah, a little cork.
Upon opening it, it smells pretty strong, but it doesn't really smell like regular booze that you would normally drink. Of course, he said that.
What is this mostly? What is this like? What is it? You know what? Forget it. He just kicks it back.
All right, first roll of the game. How about you roll me for that survival, my dude?
Yay! Where's the thing at?
You have a 1. Currently, I will give you guys all your dice. The don't have everything kind of color coded yet. I'm pretty sure you guys can choose your own colors for different things. That's not the dice. That's
Where's the I'm fucked-o-meter?
There is no I'm fucked-o-meter.
There is
in
no
this
Oh
game.
no! We need an I'm fucked-o
We'll
meter.
get all these things in good time.
I almost said the I fuck a meter.
There are D20s
I
over
fuck,
here for you guys.
Fuck, we all fuck.
There are D20s over here for you guys. I'll be keeping one of them. You guys can
Okay.
change into whatever colors you guys would like to have them be, and you are rolling a survival +1.
Yay. Well.
Or your survival unit. You're fine. You take a drink of it. It's definitely like less than good. There's no real flavoring to it. But as you drink it down, you definitely taste the alcohol. You could get shit faced off of this.
He's just like, oh.
That is almost that is you could probably like the amount of alcohol in this. You could probably set that on fire.
Now here's a world question, because I'm pretty sure a city like Ba Sing Se would have laws like this.
Mhm.
How are most places about public intoxication, even though we are in a bar?
The main cities like Ba Sing Se and things like that would not be okay with public intoxication. But in small rural areas, especially around the bar, it should be fine.
Okay, it doesn't change what she's gonna ask, so she's gonna kind of just look at Akira and tilt her head a little bit confused.
You look pretty spiffy. Why are you even carrying around some like alcohol anyway?
Oh, I don't use it for drinking.
Oh? What else would
No.
you need alcohol for?
Might I have my gourd back, sir?
Yeah. Whew. Good
Can I
stuff.
demonstrate? Can I demonstrate?
You can definitely demonstrate if you would like. This will require another roll, as we see on your card here.
Now, why don't you just spit out the alcohol?
Survival.
Yep, I would
Falcon
like
Fold.
you to. Oh my God, no!
I have to roll survival, so let's roll
Falcon
survival.
Oh.
Phil just said he drank straight up Everclear.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Kind.
This is
Is
a
it
survival
survival?
DC check 16. Go ahead and roll.
Oh God, he's gonna set this bar on fire.
You drank mouthwash.
There were
where's
dice.
the- wait,
There were
where's the-
dice over
there it
there. I was
is.
told you to get them. You
There
can change it to
is.
whatever color you
Alright.
want.
It is a
I'll change it in a
survival
bit. Oh, okay. Wait, no, hang on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on.
Just
Hang on a
roll
second.
it from here.
I'm trying.
There you
okay,
go.
hang on. All right, there we go.
There you
We
go.
got it. 16.
You got a 16, but that's a -3.
You might have to rearrange something.
13.
So I'm not gonna do horrible to you. This is the first check of the game, and you're not in battle, so I'm only gonna take away 1 HP.
Cool.
But normally, if you would fail this, you would take 4.
Oh God.
4
Uh,
damage.
As you take some of the alcohol into your mouth, you then spray the alcohol upward, and as you do so, you set it ablaze with your bending. As you send a large cone of flame above your head.
Oh!
Huh.
So you're a performer as well.
She says clapping.
Yeah. I guess it could be used for performances, but I mostly use it if I, target practice.
Target practice.
Did I just drink lighter fluid?
No, you drink Everclear.
Ichibei,
Hello.
you know, as a member of the Fire Nation, fire breathing isn't really normally done just with alcohol. Like some people can usually do that just with regular firebending as it is. However, you do know that like the application of oils and things like that can definitely make things stronger. This person is probably a pretty seasoned firebender from what you just saw.
Okay. I got a question.
Mhm.
Do we know about the mission we are about to undertake? We just don't know the details because that's why we're sitting outside the bar.
Yes, you know that your mission is to attempt to retrieve the avatar from the woods. However, you don't know where you're going. The main thing here is to figure out where the mist is making people disappear at, and that's where the different groups are heading off to.
Okay, so are we doing the Avatar or the Mist?
You're looking for the mist because they think that has something to do with the avatar.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okie dokie.
For some reason that they'll probably tell you later if you ask.
if you ask.
You could also not ask and just say fuck it. So
I don't know any of these people's names, right?
Currently no.
Okay. How does Jin look now that he just drank fucking mouthwash?
He seems fine. He seems like he has a decent constitution. As he just drank what he said was lighter fluid. It's like, what was that?
Good.
Lamp fluid? Ah.
Grain alcohol.
Close enough.
I have no reason to scold him then if he's still doing okay. If he
Okay.
drinks more, I may talk to him.
And
I've drinking.
and
Be
Luca.
surprised what I've gotten away with.
You would have noticed, Luca, by the way, that first off, this man beside you who just breathed fire has some severe burns on his face, severely around his eyes. But you would have also noticed after he breathed the flames that a bit of his around his mouth has been scorched.
That sounds like an emergency.
Yeah. Okay.
You
Well-
would have taken notice of that as you were standing there.
All right. Well, actually, she's going to go up to him silently, not even gonna say a word. Do I have the healing ability? Do you have water around?
I'm sure that you probably keep some sort of a small cache of water
Hmm.
on you. So yes, you have a small kind of gourd of water on you as well. So you definitely have the ability to use at least your healing hands. Probably not your regular water bending with the amount you have, but definitely the hands.
All right, she's gonna do that without saying a word.
You just kind of reach up and go.
Yeah.
Boop. Definitely, the base healing of this is much more than what you would normally do. You would notice as you just kind of like reach up to heal this guy, which I'm going to assume it goes through because he has low vision, so he's not going to dodge you. And he had to go a second ago, so I'm just going to assume he lets you.
Okay.
As you lift up your hand to do so, you would have also realized that whatever is around his eyes seems to be far more than what you can heal. You know that you can usually only heal fresh or unsevere wounds. You feel like you cannot do anything with his eyes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Is Nightshade back? He is not. I
That
want
gives
him
me
to.
more than enough time.
He did say
More
it.
than
He
enough
did
time to
say
roll
at
the
some
I'm
point
fucked
that around
meter.
clock, your guys' time, he had to take his puppy out for a walk to poop.
I'm going to assume he says thank you.
Let me heal you.
I'm going to assume he goes, "Meh, thank you. That's his.
Holy shit.
He did it. Okay.
He goes,
Get-
oh, Mangekyo Sharingan. Oh, Sasuke.
Because I want all of you to go into this, and we don't know how long he's going to be away for. I think we'll take our first break so that I can get. Oh my fucking god! So that I can get some of the
It's time.
Go ahead, man.
It's fucking time.
Oh god, for a minute I
Oh
thought you were
my
holding
gosh.
that up and I was like, is the moon gonna fall on us?
Go ahead, man.
Jesus Christ.
Vehicle shotting gun.
Here we go.
Mangekyo.
First ever roll. Oh my god!
Oh shit!
What's
Oh
happening?
shit! Oh,
That is the 8 in the I'm fucked-o-meter.
So 40% chance of fuck?
Yeah.
Go ahead, we'll go ahead and put it over here.
40% chance of fucking.
Go ahead and
Yes.
put that over here so we don't lose it. There you
you
go,
gotta
man.
put it next to the T. You gotta put the fuck to me next to the T.
Yeah, man. You gotta spill the tea sometime.
So while we are taking a bit of a break, I'm going to get caught up with all of the stuff I have to start giving out to people. Starting with inspiration, I think, is going to be the first thing we're going to worry about.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and
Well, it could be Smash Dice.
and
to start out.
we'll only take like about 5 minutes to do some of this, just for our first little break here.
Okay, we will be right back then real fast.
Let's get some dice out for people. 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, the cups aren't colored anymore. They used to be colors. Oh no, they're just black.
Genspiration. I'll give you guys at least one in the beginning anyway, no matter what. Just so you guys can mess around with them and I don't have to worry about not giving them out. Your inspiration. And for those of you who don't know, the inspiration, it is a mechanic from D&D 5e. It allows people to re-roll 1d20 or 1 dice and take the higher roll if they wish. We give them out for just money. Luca, inspiration. Perfect. May, inspiration. And Ichi, inspiration. Guys, how you guys like your first interaction with the party?
Yeah.
I stared at people.
Do you love them? Are they your
Me
best friends
too.
now?
I don't know yet.
Obviously.
They could be.
Are they your absolute best buds, best bros for life?
I'm just glad there's another girl in the group.
Mm.
There you go.
I thought I was going to be traveling around with a literal sausage party. Thank goodness. We can have a hot springs episode.
Thank goodness.
Definitely.
All right. Scrolling down. So the latest one was Crimson, who donated, or Crimson Dragon, who donated $20. It says 10 to whoever I want it to be. So I don't think Akira got any. So let's give 10 to Akira.
I have returned.
So these are go to Akira for now. I'll bring them over to him soon. Right after that, it was hobo. It was the hobo inspiration. So let's give Jin some inspiration.
Thanks. I like that thing that happens.
A lot of Phantoms, a lot of Luca.
What do you mean?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keep scrolling. Fiber inspiration to everybody. Okay, so that's gonna be an everybody thing, and a little extra one is okay. So that's gonna be 5 for everyone. So another 5 for Luca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to Ichibe. 5 to Mei. 5 to Jin. And 5 to Akira. Those are gonna be for I think Cyan gave the no, it wasn't Cyan, that was the original Crimson. Crimson Dragon did it. And there's also one more for Jake. So let's go ahead and just do a Jake inspiration. Our boy Jake. Our boy.
What I miss?
You got healed. We're on a break.
Your mouth is a little bit scorched.
We're on a break really quick, just so I can get started on some of these inspirations.
Yeah, sorry about that. Abel was crying.
No, it's fine. We'll get back into things in just a moment. Is everybody back?
Yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Anthony's back yet. He might be.
I'm
By
here.
the way, he's going through a growth
Oh.
spurt now.
We'll get
puppy.
we'll get everything else taken care of in just a bit. We're down to Kometu's 30, so I'll just remember that from now on. We'll get to the rest of this in just a little bit, but there's a little bit of inspiration for everybody currently that they can use.
A little bit.
We'll get involved. We'll get
Just
involved
a
in what the
little.
rest of that is in just a bit. So back to the
Oh,
game.
it's like a whale shape.
Back to the game. Akira, without
Hello.
saying a word, the waterbender beside you had lifted her hands up and seemed to heal your mouth a little bit with glowing waterbending. you were currently talking at the moment, so you weren't really able to stop her from doing so if you wanted to. But you do feel like the burns around your mouth seem to get a little bit seem to go away, as well as you do feel the pain in your eyes slightly sedate, but again not heal, and nothing really happens visually.
Yeah.
Huh.
Huh. My mouth feels better.
Oh,
That-
looks like we, looks like we
I
got some
scribble less,
talent
too.
here.
Who?
Yeah. Hey, Shane.
Who? He's putting his hands out. Who?
He's just, like doing the blind thing, like who's over here?
I mean, did any of us see Luca do it?
Yes, all of you would have seen.
All of you saw it.
She did.
Points to Luca.
She did it.
That doesn't help me. I'm sorry.
You can see to an extent, like we said, you see like sepia tones and shapes.
All right.
So like with May like pointing, like you do follow the point.
Ah.
It is
Thank
bright.
you.
It is bright enough that you are able to see pretty well currently. Not
Okay.
like no details, of course. You can never see details, but you can see shapes pretty well.
I know this person's name. Yeah.
No, you do
don't.
not.
Okay. Ah. Thank you, Miss. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
No problem. Luca.
Thank you, Miss Luca. That was very helpful, and my eyes felt a little bit better.
If I'm not imposing, may I ask about the eyes?
As everybody just looks over like, we're allowed to talk about that? I'm kidding.
See, I was gonna wait for someone else to point it out because we also don't know each other's names.
Thanks for the alcohol.
Oh, I don't mind talking about it. Not anymore, anyway. I was kidnapped by a bunch of sunbenders, and, well, one thing went to another, and, well, they blinded me.
Oof.
The three of you who are not from the Fire Nation, you have no idea what Sunbender means. However, Ichibei, you know that there is a group of people to the northern parts of the Fire Nation known as the Sun Warriors, and you know that some of them have perfected a form of firebending that allows them to seemingly bend the light itself, as well as heat.
There is that thing of like,
You can bend the sun?
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
Well, the light the sun gives off, but yes.
Can you bend the moon too?
I don't think that's how that works.
Then why is it called sunbending?
Because you bend the light the sun gives off.
Then wouldn't that be called sunlight bending? Or is that too long?
That's
Little
too
bit.
long. Plus, sunbending sounds cooler.
It does sound like you bend the sun.
I guess appearance is more important than the truth.
You nailed it. Nailed it right on the head, Miss. Actually, I don't think I caught any of your names.
My name's Maylee. You can call me May. Or call me Maylee, like my name.
Ah, my name is Akira Yamato. It is a
Oh, we're
pleasure to
giving-
meet you.
We're giving last names too? Then my last name is Yu.
Your last name is also Yamato. I'm kidding.
Oh, your name is also Yamato.
But not as in you as yourself. It is in you.
I really want to do that Rush Hour skit.
Does anybody else want to introduce themselves?
Jin. Jin Hyong. I guess. Yeah, we're doing this.
Hi, Jin.
My name is Ichibei Akiyama. I'm sorry
No,
for
it's
being
not.
quiet.
Wait, what? Did you just forget your actual last name?
Maybe I did. Maybe I did. Do you want to fight?
Do you say Ichibei Akiyama?
No.
Okay.
You forgot your fucking last
I thought you were I thought you were
20
being clever.
inspiration.
Yeah.
for
I
that
thought you were
one
being clever
fuck
and
up.
just fucking like giving a false name.
Let me just go ahead and take that intelligence and
Drop that down a peg.
let's see here.
Just put some
Insight.
negative.
We're just gonna take that plus off.
I don't know my name.
No, I would say my real name.
Okay,
I'm
so you
not,
say Ichibe Aikawa.
I'm not gonna lie, I was slightly distracted by a work post as well.
Windows
it's fine.
shutdown noise.
That's fine.
Because we have like a district manager at work right now and I was a little confused.
That's perfectly fine. So you introduce yourself as
Yeah,
Ichibe
I
Aikawa.
will, yeah, I will actually say my actual name.
Cool.
My name is Ichibe Arikawa. I apologize for being quiet. Aikawa! That's what it's fucking called!
I thought you said Arikawa.
No! Now I'm just being attacked.
Cool.
Smoke bomb!
Well, alright.
Even the chat's like he said it wrong again.
No, I said Aikawa.
Yeah, he said Aikawa.
I think you're elonging the A.
I'm in the
It's-
tree now.
He
You're
wants
elonging-
wants to elongate it. Leave him alone.
Okay, fine. I just wasn't we.
What, Aikawa? Is that how it's supposed to be?
It's Aikawa.
Yeah, Aikawa.
Alright.
So you're saying Aikawa. So you're like, okay, so there's two A's there.
You know what?
You leave the boy alone.
I
As-
studied this shit. I'm a weep.
As a professional Canadian, I think I'm right.
You leave that small token boy alone.
As a
Also, okay,
professional weeb,
here's the
I
thing,
do believe he is.
Here's the thing, Jester. If you want to say we're Canadian, it's Aikawa.
So, we're gonna name Ichiba. We're gonna name Ichibe's eye as Aokawa.
Arikawa.
As Iwukawa.
See, no, this is what will help you. Aikawa, like as in your fucking
Han's like, stop, he's already dead.
Aikawa.
He's broken. He'll never walk again.
Come on, Mr. Love River, let's go.
As you
Fine.
guys all give your things. Does anybody want to talk about what Akira had said about his kidnapping anymore? Or do you guys want to say anything about yourselves?
There was that curious thing of like, so why did he kidnap you?
Why do people Why does anyone capture any nobleman? Money.
Money.
Oh yeah, I guess that would do it.
Mm.
Of course, they messed up. They weren't supposed to burn my eyes out, but they got a little carried away, and well, this is the result.
How unprofessional of them. Oh, you seem to be in good spirits.
I've come to accept the fact that I may never see again, although it wasn't always that way.
I guess I can relate to losing something like that. Yeah, sort of.
What do you mean?
You just see Jin just kind of raise up his arm and push down on his little scarf on his shoulder. He just kind of goes all the way in.
You guys notice
nothing's
that the scarf-like thing that seems to be on his side, his left side, does not seem to be hiding an arm.
It might be deceiving me, but it seems as though you're missing a silhouette.
Nah. There's nothing there.
Oh, you don't have an arm. Oh, you don't have an arm. How do you bend?
With the other one.
With the other one.
Are you good at bending?
Very. Used to be a lot better. But hey, you learn to adapt.
Right hand or left hand, if I may ask?
Left.
Ooh, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Oh. Don't worry about that. I also come to accept it. in a way.
The other three are like, oh, great, we have a guy that can't see and a guy with one arm. Our team's great. I'm kidding.
God, we're gonna lose.
You're gonna
Yes,
lose.
yes, that's what I want to hear. That's what I want to hear. I want to
Yes.
hear doubt.
Doubt us more. Press X more rapidly.
It is around this time that, as you guys are talking about Jin, the female acolyte seems to step out of the way of the door, and the door seems to open. Nobody seems to come out from the door, as she calls out towards you. You may enter at any time now. The meeting will not start until all 5 of you have entered. I believe we're still waiting on one other as well.
Is there anyone like inside? Can we
Look,
see? Any...
I know I'm a ninja, but I'm not hard to see. I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I guess everyone's here. No.
Quick, use your shadow clone.
No, I believe we're still waiting on your guide.
Guide. I suppose we would need one of those, huh?
Every group goes out with an acolyte of their own. We're still here to protect this place, but your guide should be here momentarily.
Oh, Jin just walks in. Let's get over with.
Jin seems to walk into the door. Does anybody follow?
Get it over with. You've been waiting so long for it.
Yeah, now that it's here, I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed.
Oh.
Does anybody else wish to go in as well?
He is. He's tapping his cane.
Yes.
Akira's like,
tapping his...
You have a cane. Fucking use it.
Perfect.
I am. I'm using it to swipe the ground. That's how blind people see.
Luke, are you going in as well?
I'm actually gonna stay out.
Oh, you're gonna stay out.
No, wait. Yeah.
Okay. You want to wait on the acolyte?
Mhm.
Okay. The 4 of you enter. Currently, as you do, let me get the bar scene together. Here.
They sweep the ground. That's how
Such
they
a great bar. Look at this bar, man. Oh, it's so good.
Man, I could get pissed drunk in here.
And it definitely didn't take like a single Google search for like bar to find. What are you talking about?